Tiny Fowler, Indiana, home to RDM Aquaculture, a mom-and-pop indoor saltwater shrimp farm.
Hi, how are you?
Very good. Hi, I'm Daryl. Daryl, very nice to meet you.
Carlina. Welcome to RDM Shrimp. Let's go.
Carlina and Daryl Brown are accidental shrimp farming pioneers.
How are you doing? Yeah.
I'm at 6 pounds.
With their 24 basic backyard pools as growing tanks, they've perfected an indoor system with zero waste, no chemicals, and a 90% survival rate. That's a third higher than traditional outdoor shrimp farms.
Wow. This is like a little laboratory here.
Yes, it is.
And a shrimp farm.
Yes, it is. We do 9 tests every single day. We do temperature, dissolved oxygen, nitrite, CO2, salinity, alkalinity, pH, ammonia, and flock. As you can see, our water is brown. The test we're doing here right now is we're trying to see how much bacteria is in our water, and we call it acetylene.
So you're basically waiting for all this bacteria to go to the bottom, and that tells you how much is in it.
How much we have in it, exactly. And if we're over a certain level, then we have to get it out of the tanks, otherwise it's going to start suffocating out the shrimp. So that's very important. That has to be done every day. Basically, we're not even shrimp farmers anymore. We actually call ourselves guardians of water. As long as the water does what it's supposed to be doing, the shrimp do just fine. We add no antibiotics, no hormones are ever added into our tanks.
You heard that right. No antibiotics, no hormones, just fish food, salt, and baking soda. It's called a heterotrophic bioflux system, a process that revolves around bacteria.
And now, it looks very brown. What is this brown that I'm seeing?
The brown is the bacteria. The bacteria is what takes all their waste so that they can survive without a major filter system.
Here's what's happening below the surface. The shrimp eat their feed and excrete ammonia. The bacteria turns that into toxic nitrites. Other bacteria turn that into benign nitrates. And as the water is aerated, the nitrates turn into a harmless gas, and around and around.
How long have you had this water?
4 years.
How does that compare to other shrimp farms?
Most of them don't have water that long. We, by mistake, actually kept our water.
It's like it's maturing. It's like wine.
Yeah, it does. And we just found out that the older it gets, the better it gets.
And so too for the shrimp. The growing process starts every month with about 250,000 newborns called post-larvals, nicknamed PLs.
Now we're going to show you about our PLs. And when they come in, they're the size of an eyelash.
So it's hard to see inside this water, but how many shrimp are actually in here?
We stock about 17,000 each one of my 6 tanks here.
So what are all these tubes coming down?
Those are air lines.
And that adds the oxygen?
Adds their oxygen, and it keeps everything in suspension. Because if this stuff settles, I only have 20 minutes and they're dead.
20 minutes.
20 minutes and they'll be dead.
Everything here seems so precise.
It has to be. It's Mother Nature.
Well, it is Mother Nature, but with a lot of help from a mother in Indiana.
Now notice there's foam on top. What is this foam?
Foam is mostly CO2 mixing with their feed that just comes to the top and it'll actually disappear.
So it's just part of the process?
It's part of the process.
Hey, I got some.
Yep, you did.
Look at that. Wow. So this is not what you see in the supermarket when you get a shrimp.
No, because like I said, they can't be frozen with the head on. They're very translucent. And one of the characteristics we actually look for them on is you see the long antennas. That tells me they're happy. If their antennas are short, they're stressing out. But if you can see here, this is their only protection, and he's mad right now. That mouthpiece is coming forward, and he's very angry at me right
Shrimp has a
now.
little horn.
Yeah. Then if you can look right where your thumb is at, that's where his heart is at also. And you can see his heart beating.
Wow, you really can.
A month later, they're promoted to the production tank, with a turn into dinner.
Now we're talking.
So you need 40 of them.
I'm gonna have to keep going.
You would have to keep going. You got 6.
Are you just saying I'm a bad scooper? Browns sell about 500 pounds directly to walk-ins each month at $18 a pound.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
They've also sold their know-how to 24 startup farms in the U.S., as well as ones in Switzerland, Haiti, and Spain.
These companies are really innovators. They're trying out new technology.
Johns Hopkins microbiologist David Love studies shrimp production. He gives the production like the Browns a high grade, with one caveat, one that could ultimately make or break in the business world.
A lot of these farms might start out with a bang, but then fizzle after a few years because they don't make money.
For the Browns, shrimp farming is paying off. No financial fizzle, only sizzle, as the business continues to grow.
Is it ready yet?
Just about.
But the proof of their success is what ends up on the plate. And in this case, innovation tastes pretty good when served with the profit.